guys, welcome back. Please don't scream because I have no makeup on. I know it is scary to see. But I went to Poundland this weekend and spent about £14 because I want to do a full face of Poundland makeup to show you and see if any of it can be used as opposed to any of the more expensive high street makeup or designer makeup. I haven't got the best hopes for this video, but let's see. Okay, so I am going to use all Poundland makeup, but I am going to use my normal brushes to give it a bit of a fighting chance, because I doubt it's going to, if I was to use Poundland brushes, I don't think it'd be great, to be honest. So, the first thing I picked up is this Makeup Gallery Gorgeous Flawless Long Lasting Foundation in Ivory. So, let me just pop this open. I haven't popped anything open because I'm useless, aren't I? 1 minute. Okay, so here it is, and I'll just pop a bit on the back of my hand. Oh, it looks horrible. That's what it looks like. This is the closest colour I could see to me. I'll just get me mirror. Get me a mirror. And I'll just pop it. Oh, it feels very moussey. Oh, cat's meowing if you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear her. It feels a bit like if you was to use Maybelline's Dream Matte Mousse, but like mix it around with your finger. It feels very moussey and it's very wet. That's a horrible way to describe it, but for this I'm going to use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I'm just going to buff it into the skin. Okay, so far it does seem like quite a good colour match for my skin, but there really isn't any coverage, I don't think. It seems to just be like as if it's just soaking in and there's no coverage there at all, but I'll keep going. Okay, so I think that's as buffed in as I could possibly get it. My first impressions, it feels very wet on the skin. It just feels like it's kind of just soaked in and there's no coverage in the slightest. But we will see with the next item. Kind of a person can't open a Poundland thing. Ugh. Okay, so next up I bought this eyebrow palette. I've actually had to double this up as the eyeshadow palette as well. Sorry, just ignore the cat behind me. As the eyeshadow palette as well, because it didn't actually sell any eyeshadows, but it just looks like this. It's quite nice. So we've got a really dark brown, two browns here that just look exactly the same, and like a highlighter shade. I think that would be a really nice highlight. And I'm just going to use my Real Techniques eyeliner brush because it's nice and thin for my eyebrows, and do my brows. Okay, so I'm just swatching it here. If you can see, I took this shade here, this lightest brown, and I'm going to pop it on my eyebrows. It's quite a good match actually. You can see. So if you can see, I've just used the one shade on my eyebrows and it's actually quite nice. I'll just do it again. I'll just do the tops. Yeah, to be honest, I'm quite impressed by that actually. It's quite pigmented and it seems to just be the right colour for my eyebrows. I actually do need to have my eyebrows plucked, so just ignore them. And I'm sorry about the lighting, it's just really rubbish at the moment. But yeah, it seems to be quite nice actually. The right amount of pigment, the right colour. So I'm quite impressed by this. I'll be right back when I've done my second eyebrow. Okay, so that is both eyebrows done. I am super impressed by this. Please just ignore the cat that's walking around behind me. Super impressed by this. I think it's absolutely brilliant, to be honest. I'm not sure when I'm going to use the bottom two colours because they are too dark for me, but this highlight shade looks amazing, so we'll have a look at that when I do my eyes as well. Yeah, so next up what I do is my concealer. I have a stick concealer at the moment. I got this in Ivory, which is the same as my foundation, so let's have a look and see if it is any good. I like to use things like Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation or the collection, what's it called? Collection Lasting Perfection. The collection Lasting Perfection concealer. But the only concealer they had was this. It does look like a good match, to be honest. It's like a bit like a lipstick. So let's see how we get on with this. I normally conceal under my eyes, just above my eyebrows, just below my eyebrows, down my nose, on my chin and round my nose. So let's see how I get on using this. It seems okay, to be honest. The colour seems good. It's a bit more like a highlighting. You could kind of use it to brighten up your under eye circles. It seems very, very light compared to my skin, but we'll have a look when I buff it into the skin, see how it looks. Just above my eyebrow, just below, just above, just below. Okay, now let's have a look how that goes. And for this, I'm going to use one of my flat, like toothbrush brushes to buff it into the skin. I forgot what they're called. Okay, so that is the concealer all buffed into the skin. I am actually quite impressed by it. It looks like a normal concealer would do, like my normal Lasting Perfection or Wake Me Up concealer. So I am actually really impressed with it, to be honest. So far, the strongest thing has probably been the eyebrows, but that's a close second with the foundation coming in last. But I'm sure we'll see how we get crack on, and maybe something else will take over, but we will see. Okay, so next up I bought a pressed powder. It comes in the colour Sand 4. This is the lightest powder I could find. It just looks like any other normal powder. I am really sorry about the light. It's not great, I know that. It is the lightest one I could find, and I'm going to apply it with the Real Techniques powder brush. So we'll see how this gets on. Okay, so first thing first, as I'm swatching it, there's a lot of fallout on it, so a lot of the product is wasted already, but we'll see how it applies to the skin. And I just pop it all over my face to mattify the skin, because I do prefer matte skin to like dewy skin or anything like that. I prefer it feeling dry rather than wet. I don't like having wet, gooey skin, but we'll see how we get on. Watch this. I don't know if you can see that, but already it's going lower in the pan. So yeah, I think it's and it's all over my jeans as well, which is always good. So feeling my skin, it does feel nice and dry. Oh, it doesn't here. It doesn't mattify the skin this at all. It's still coming off on my fingers, the foundation. But I thought before this that you really couldn't go wrong with a powder. Next up, I got a contour kit. It's got one powder contour and one cream highlight, but I'm not going to use this cream highlight because I have bought a separate highlight. So I'm just going to take my blush brush. I find this better to contour with because it's bigger and I've got a fat face. So I'm just going to rub it in the contour powder here. Okay, this hasn't got any fallout at this moment in time. And I am going to put it into the contours of my cheeks. Can't really see if that's actually doing anything at all. Rub it in a bit more. I think you need quite a lot of this to make it do anything, to be honest. Is it doing anything? So I brush it from here up into my temples, try and give me some bloody cheekbones because I don't have any usually. There we go, can't see if it's done anything, but I'll just keep putting it on until it does something. I do it in the top of my head to give myself a bit of shape, and I usually do it just underneath my chin as well to give my jaw a bit of shape because I don't have any shape on my jaw either because I'm a big fat heifer. Okay, so that is the contour done. I can't really see anything, so this is a no-go again. I'm just leaving this cream highlight, to be honest. It's doesn't look too bad, to be fair. But I'm just going to leave that because I've mattified my skin as it is, and that's just going to remove any of the powder that I've put on. So I have got a highlighting powder here. It's in the colour Pearl Shimmer. I'll just open it. It's in the colour Pearl Shimmer. It does actually look really nice, this colour. I'll just swatch it. Kind of does something. I'll just rub the same brush that I used for the contour into the highlight, and I'm just going to pop it on the tops of my cheekbones. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like it. I think this is a good, strong contender for the best thing in the pack. So I'm just going to get some of my finger and run it down the middle of my nose, as so, to give it I'm doing it wherever the sun naturally hits, is where you're supposed to put highlighter. So I've done it down the middle of my nose, the bridge of my nose. I do it just a bit in the centre of my forehead, and I do a bit on my chin, and I do some over my mouth there, over the what's it called, Cupid's bow. Always looks nice when you've got something on your lips. Okay, so to finish off the face, I have bought a blusher in the shade Candy Floss. I think this is quite a lovely shade of, it's like a dusky dark pink, so I'll just swatch it and see what comes off. That colour there, I do think it's quite pretty. Doesn't give much off on the skin. This is just my first impressions. So I'll just rub, oh my gosh, it comes off a lot on the brush though. Just rub it in and smile. Oh no. Okay, so it doesn't blend easily. I've just been left with a splodge of pink on my cheek. If you can see it, it's just a big splodge. Yes, you can see it. If I'm just looking away, I'm just looking in the mirror behind. But yeah, it's just a splodge of pink on my face, so that is a no. To be perfectly honest, that is a big fat no. Okay, so I totally just managed to film the majority of my eyes in slow motion. No idea how I did it. It made my camera lose memory, and now the majority of it is lost. But first of all, I used this lovely antique gold pencil and buffed it into my eyes. I do really like this eye pencil. I just put it on roughly onto my eyes, and then I buffed it in with a brush. It buffed in really, really nicely. I really, really enjoyed it. I am going to keep using this. And then I went on to my liquid eyeliner. I did myself some cat flicks. They're really good, but you just need a few coats of it to make it stand out, because sometimes if it's a cheap brand, you do it once and it looks really washed, or it looks as if it isn't there. I don't know whether it's just because I used it with cream eyeshadow, but that was that, and I do like it. It's just in the colour black. I will keep using this as well. And then so far I've used one coat of this mascara, which isn't doing anything. It is Plump Up the Volume mascara. I've got one coat on each eye, so we'll see now if I put some more coats on, if it actually does anything, but I highly doubt it. Wow, okay. So second coat is going on a lot better than the first. Maybe you just need a few coats for it to do something, but I am quite impressed by the second coat. My eyelashes are naturally long, so this is it's actually doing quite a good job to make them stand up a bit. Okay, so yeah, I'm quite impressed. If the only thing you can do to, like, if you want to use this is you need like 10 minutes for each, just keep putting more and more coats on. I've only put 2 coats on at the moment because I've actually got some false eyelashes by Poundland to put on in a moment when I've done my lips, and we'll see how that works as well. But yeah, I'll just put a coat on my bottom lashes, because I always have to have a coat on my bottom lashes. Okay, so as you can see, the brush has just put clumps in my bottom lashes, but I'll easily be able to get them out. And now I've just got it under my eye as well. Yeah, the brush isn't great for bottom lashes. It seems to just like go straight through them and onto your skin. Maybe it's just me being heavy-handed, but I will have to get rid of that in a moment underneath my eyelashes when it's dried a bit. So next I will just go onto the lips and we'll see how that goes. So I didn't manage to get any lip liner, but what I could find was this Colour Moisture lipstick in the colour Deep Red. I know that I've got quite strong eyes and I don't need strong lips, but I thought I'll show off the best of both worlds and yeah, use this. So this is the colour and it swatches, wow, it swatches nice. Really nice, like glistening red, so we'll see how this applies. I couldn't get any lip liner, but we'll see about this lipstick. So it's not going to look the neatest, but I can show you what it's like anyway. Lipstick from Poundland. So it's super, super pigmented at the minute. It goes on really nice. It just glides on. It's nice and smooth. It smells and it tastes very cheap, but it's looking quite nice at the moment. So this is a lipstick. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. I'm not sure how long it will last. It does bleed out into your skin if you don't have any lip liner on, but as I said, I couldn't actually find any lip liner when I went yesterday. But yeah, I do really like the colour. It is really super, super shiny. I'm more of a matte girl myself, but this is a really lovely colour and it goes on really well. Super pigmented. You don't need loads and loads of coats. I am quite a fan of this lipstick. Okay, so lastly I have got these pairs of eyelashes, 2 pairs for £1, so you can't really complain at that, to be honest. And they come with glue, so I'm going to pop these on and see what these are like. Okay, so I've just took them off. They look fine. They're full of the glue that they use to stick them to the package. So hopefully that'll make them stick to my eyes quite good. And now I'm just going to take the little glue and pop it onto the eyelash. There's not a lot of glue in, to be honest. It does look very, very cheap. It's clear glue as well, so you can't see if you've actually put it on the eyelash or whether it's just not come off the wand, so we'll see. Just going to bend them a little bit as well to get them into the shape of the eye, because a lot of the time they're just straight and then they stick out when you're trying to put them on and all sorts. That happens with all lipsticks. That happens with all eyelashes, so I just bend it a bit. And you don't put them on straight away either. You leave them for a couple of seconds to, you leave the glue to get tacky and then put them on, because otherwise it'll take ages for them to dry and you'll be stuck with no eyelashes, to be honest. So I'll just put them on now then. Okay, so that is the first eyelash on. I do actually really like these. They go on really easily. They're super bendy, so they just bend straight onto your lashes. They stick straight away, so the glue's okay. So yeah, I am quite a fan of these, and they do make my eyelashes look a lot longer. So I will just put the other side on and come back to you. So with this second pair, I've just tried to pull it off and it's actually pulled some of the lash off as well. So these are going to look a bit silly, but I'm going to put them on because that is what Poundland lashes are like, obviously. Let them dry, let them dry. Let them dry. No, she can't. She's a tabba. The glue's gone tacky, so I'm going to put these last pair on my eyes. Okay, so I can't because the glue is stuck to my finger, which is always great. Okay, so that was a bit of a disaster. They have not gone on as well as the other eye, but I'm doing this review completely first impressions, and yeah, they're not the best eyelashes in the world. And I've also just noticed that these have actually started coming off in the corner as well, so I would recommend not to buy the eyelashes. I'll give you a last overview in a moment when I end the video, but yeah, they're not the greatest eyelashes in the world, I have to say. So guys, there you have it. This is my full face of Poundland Makeup. I am quite impressed by the skin, to be honest. It does quite look okay right now. Not sure how long it would last looking like this, but I do quite like it. The eyebrow set is probably the best eyebrow set that I've used, even better than my collection one, but I haven't used any of the mega expensive ones, so I can't really judge. But yeah, I think it is great. I love the eyeshadow. I'm going to use this for work or for night, definitely for night time. And you can pop it on and as a base for your powder eyeshadow, and it'd make it stick even more. The mascara is okay if you put a lot of coats on. The liquid eyeliner's good, and of course I love the lipstick. It's drying really nicely actually. I love the lipstick. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I left a lot of it out because I filmed it in slow motion for some stupid reason. That is what I did. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think, whether you will be buying any Poundland makeup. I would buy the eyeshadow and the lipstick again, oh, and the eyebrow kit. But the rest of it leaves a lot to the imagination, to be honest. It's not great. But what do you expect for £1? You can't really complain for £1, can you? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new and you'd like to see more. I'm going to do some more of these full faces of makeup. I just thought I'd try with the cheapest one first and then move up a little bit. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next Sunday in my new video.